Good afternoon everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Tuesday the 24th of May 2022 and tonight I'm heading over to West Yorkshire for the National League playoff eliminator between FC Halifax Town and Chesterfield. Now I know I said at the end of Saturday's video that it would be the Subsidiary Cup semi-final tonight between Wearmouth Colliery Welfare and Ripe Colliery Welfare's under-23s, but it seems as though Wearmouth have pulled out at the tie and Ripe have got a bye to the final. And speaking of Saturday's video, before we get tonight's show on the road, I would just like to thank you for the response that that particular video has got. Broke the record number of views for the channel by quite some distance and in stupendously short time really. So yeah, eternally grateful for that. Hopefully the channel can keep growing from here. Anyway, let's get into this. So here I'm outside the ground in a great long queue, but it's moving quite swiftly, which is good. A lot different to when I went to the North Ryan Senior Cup final the other week. But anyway, Halifax finished 4th in the National League table, while Chesterfield were 7th. I think it's a bit of a contrast really. I think not a lot of people expect much of Halifax, but I'm a massive admirer of Pete Wiles and he's done a tremendous job here. Whereas for Chesterfield, I think playoffs is probably a bare minimum expectation for them if we're being real about it, and they've been very, probably I have to say, quite underwhelming since that Chelsea FA Cup tie, but when you're in the playoffs you're in there for a reason, and they do have the personnel to turn up and do the job tonight, so it will be it'll be an interesting game this. I think it is tough to call either way, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Obviously as a Heed fan I'm probably more interested to see who loses instead of who wins, but yeah, very much looking forward to this night. Let's head into the shirt and find out how it all unfolds. So I got here quite late, so I haven't got any warm-ups and that, but great atmosphere in here tonight, has to be said. Good turn out by Chesterfield it looked as well. Camera off. Soy sauce. There's been a foul. The Halifax bench is absolutely erupted. A lot of the players aren't happy with it either. Again, I'll tell you what, there's been a couple of rash challenges by Chesterfield players. The referee needs to sort this out. I'll tell you what, he is extremely lucky there.
To go.
Oh, what a save! What a save! It's offside. What a delivery. I mean, it counts for nothing, but that was an unbelievable save. Half-time, FC Halifax Town 0, Chesterfield 1. Chesterfield are doing the job that they need to do. It's really that straightforward. The start of the game, you'd have to say the better team, and eventually that led to a goal. But since that goal, they've sort of held off a bit. But there is a certain way you've got to play games like this, and they're doing just that. As for Halifax, like, they just haven't turned up. It's really that straightforward. Like, they've maybe towards the end of halfway, like, most of the play was in the Chesterfield half, but Halifax has been so ineffective. But I'll tell you what, mind, the players have to calm down, otherwise someone's going to get sent off in this game. There's been a couple of challenges already, albeit from Chesterfield players, that have been very risky indeed, and I think with the second one especially, they probably got a bit of luck not to receive any bookings. Anyway, Joel, what's your thoughts?
It's been an interesting half, to be honest, Dan. I think Chesterfield have done enough, as you said on my video. They've done enough to be in front. Halifax, like I said, they've played a lot of balls. They've not been as effective, not had any clear-cut chances for me. But second half's going to be interesting. You know, Halifax have got to come out, they've got to start playing. Otherwise, if Chesterfield get that second, I think that's curtains for me. I don't think Halifax will come back from that, mate.
Totally agree. Topless, what's your thoughts?
Just poor from Halifax, simple as that. Aimless long balls, just going to nothingness. They've looked okay when they've passed it on the ground, but they're not doing it enough, and I'm guessing that Pete Wiles is a long ball merchant. I mean, I saw it 2 years ago. Crowd really got on his back. So they need to wake up, but like you say, Chesterfield set up really well, and this is a team that have been in really poor form this turn of the year. They were going at the top, change manager, and they've just stuck into the playoffs. And at the moment, they're looking like they were the form team throughout. And they've been losing games, getting 1-0 against teams they should be comfortably beating. And you're looking, I mean, they're looking to have 11 players on the pitch. I think that last foul was a crazy one. Referee's not seeing it that way, so they're looking to still have everyone on the pitch. But Halifax need to wake up. Second half, simple as that.
Yeah, I think in general Pete Wiles is doing an excellent job, and that can't be taken away from him. But I have to admit, this is not easy on the eye at all. Best confidence so far. Oh! Long way back for Halifax now. It's just louder. What's going on? I'm having another Chris Kamara moment. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's 2-0 Chesterfield. Oh. Oh. Game on. Game on. 6 minutes of added time. Chesterfield looking to see the game out. Halifax pushing for that equaliser. This is going to be a long 6 minutes for all involved. This is the chance. That's possibly that now. It's over. absolute devastation among the Halifax players. I know Chesterfield fans are buzzing. That's just what the playoffs do. Full-time FC Halifax Town 1, Chesterfield 2. I'd say Chesterfield had much more of a grip on the overall occasion what Halifax did. I think Halifax looked very nervous, and I'd probably have to say overall tonight Chesterfield probably looked fitter as well. But I think overall Halifax can look back on this as a very good season for them. As I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of what Pete Wild's done there. I think tonight, a lot of the time tonight, the football definitely was not easy on the eye, but he's got them to fourth in the National League when, let's be honest, absolutely nobody expected them to finish anything like that high. But obviously in the playoffs it is a bit of a lottery, and unfortunately for them tonight, they haven't come out on the right side of it. But a lot of credit does have to go to Chesterfield. They did play pretty well tonight, and they've been on around about the time when I went to Chelsea in the FA Cup in January. They were right in the title race, weren't they? But obviously there was the situation with James Rowan having to let him go, and that then sort of towards the end of the season they've sort of hobbled over the line into the playoffs a little bit. But tonight, when it mattered, they really did turn up, and they will go to Solihull in the semi-final. So it's shaping up to be quite interesting playoffs in the National League now, really, isn't it? Obviously Grimsby went to Notts County last night and won, and so in the eliminators, both of the away teams won. But both at the weekend will have very tricky trips. Grimsby to Wrexham and Halifax to Solihull. So it'll be very interesting to find out who eventually gets that spot in the Football League. But anyway, that is that for this video. I'll be back on Saturday with York League Finals Day. The first game of the day is the Senior Cup Final between Dringhouses and Rawcliffe. Then the second game is the Junior Cup Final between Hamilton Panthers and Garforth LG. So looking forward to all that, and double header in that. Obviously went to York League Finals Day last year, so going back for more of the same this year. But until then, take care, and I'll see you later.